Damn, BT. I just wanna fly away. Take me to a place like heaven. I just wanna ease the pain. Feeling like I'm walking in heaven.
It been raining outside, and my homeboys is frauds. I got some smoke, I just might smoke you. I been no man but God. I been slid on, backstabbed, crossed and took losses. I still be beating up this pirate, turning myself into some hard. My life is raw, I sell work and I keep a pistol in my palm. My pops taught me how to focus, I got this hustle from my mom. With no regrets, I watch my kids live happy and feel no struggle. The weight be on my shoulders, feel like I failed them if I don't hustle. Racks off of this shoebox, tats on me like Tupac. Wops blowing my phone up every day, trying to come do wop. Powder all on the digital, thug living be critical. Eyes all on the prize, trying to make it out, homie, be pivotal. Like
fly away, take me to a place like heaven. I just wanna ease the pain, feeling like I'm walking in heaven.
What's good, what's good, what's good? You know who it is, it's your boy, one half of It's Time for That Culture for the Streets, the podcast, man. Make sure I hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ding that notification bell. Do not leave up out the trap till you've been served. You know how this shit go, man. Anyway, we here talking about the events that have been taking place in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Which has been a lot, man. Culture for the streets. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get to it. That's what we do. We talk about what's going on, amongst a lot of other things, because we do interviews with artists. If you go back down through the channel, you'll see we got 3 seasons full of interviews with a lot of artists that's actually starting to take off and get some traffic going in the game of hip hop, and a whole bunch of entrepreneurs that got other things going for artists and all that. Anyway, we're gonna start in New York first and get to this D-Thang situation, which is a Bronx rapper, BX. He from that borough, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, from previous situations he had going on in the media with his cousin, who is his cousin is K-Flock. And they are blood cousins, and they don't see eye to eye. Currently, both of them cased up, got stuff going on. So, you know what I'm saying? As of recent, D-Thang, T-Dot, Bando, Lotto, and 19 others have been indicted on 65 counts. 65 counts. This is just as bad as, damn near just as bad as the Thugga situation. We talking about 65 counts. This ain't a 5-count indictment, a 10-count. This is a 65-count indictment. Nigga, that's a lot of counts. When they coming for your ass, that's a lot of counts you got to fight. That's a lot of charges you got to deal with when you get caught up in the justice system, man. And everybody know how New York is about their gun laws, about pressing the gang situation. We all know how Rikers Island is, whether we've been there or not, because we heard all the stories, watched the DVDs. You know, we did our homework on things like that. But he already had a pistol case, I think, prior to this, a gun case. Now you got to deal with attempted murder and gun possession. All this shit you risking, like, shit like this, the feds can pick up, especially when it's got the gang involved. You know what I'm saying? But New York kind of strict on their laws, and they be throwing that time around like football numbers too around that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And these is young niggas. Both, when I say both, I'm saying K-Flock and D-Thang. Both of these niggas had futures in the industry. They had futures in the state of hip hop. Like on the East Coast, they were the new breath of fresh air. They were the new generation. They're the breath of fresh air in the hip hop world in New York on the East Coast. They coming up. They was coming up. You know what I'm saying? So to see both of these niggas catch cases and Brisk losing their freedom, you know what I'm saying? Because K-Flock fighting the murder charge. So you got K-Flock fighting a murder charge, then you got his cousin fighting a gun charge. Prior to this situation he got going on with these 65 indictments, these 65 counts of conspiracy to commit attempted murder. Conspiracy to commit or attempt a murder and gun possession, to be correct. And this shit, we ain't even got all the way in debt with this shit yet because nigga, we still don't know how deep this shit going. We already know his side, K-Flock side. They really got smoke in the street. So much smoke that these niggas been doing as much as dissing each other over jail phones. Like these niggas is wasting calls home to diss each other on jail phones. You see what I'm saying? On jail phones. That just lets you know how reckless the new generation is, because the new generation is reckless as fuck. They don't give a fuck. It's shoot first, worry about the situation. The consequences later is go to jail over, get money. It's all kind of fucked up. It's misled. It's misleading to you, because even when I walk outside, I'm gonna see 10, 15 niggas in the course of my day, young niggas that ain't even outside like that where they need to be moving like this. But to have a 30 hanging out they motherfucking shorts, nigga, we outside, niggas is outside posted like this, and a lot of niggas don't even be having no real issues. But that's how misled they is by rap, that they want to have that, they want to have the drill costume on. And what I mean by the drill costume, niggas want to have a Pooh Shiesty mask. Niggas want to wear black all the time. Niggas all of a sudden want to wear black Air Forces when we know them like the raggediest Air Forces you could buy in the Air Force world. But niggas is going to buy all this shit because why? This is the drill package. This is the drill costume. And then you throw a stick on you. You look like you from Chicago. You look like you from Louisiana. You look like you from Jacksonville. You look like you from all of these places. You see what I'm saying? And they prime example of that because they growing up. You see what I'm saying? Like D-Thang already has a known name from a Chicago person, rest in peace, the real D-Thang, which is Lil Durk's brother. You see where influence leads you, even though he may not have knew, but the person that probably gave him that name knew. You see what I'm saying? Now these niggas is facing serious charges about a lot of shit, and we talking about a lot of niggas getting swooped up. And when they get to swooping up a lot of niggas like this, we know what's going on. This shit costs a lot of tax dollars. It take a lot of money to investigate people for long periods of time, all kind of shit. So when they come like this, it's not about to be about no play shit. It's gonna be serious. They gonna put the 3-2 press down, and they really gonna do some shit. And you know, all you could do is hope, pray that the niggas you fucking with stay solid. You see what I'm saying? Because at this point, you hanging from a hook. You the fish hanging from a hook. The whole situation gonna end up being you got to find your way off this hook. You got to find a way to get your ass off this hook before they take you home, fillet your motherfucking ass, and cook you. Because that's what the fuck they do to us when we go to jail. They cook us. They fucking cook us. You see what I'm saying? And more young rappers giving themselves to the system because the clout you get from being a street nigga, the clout you get from being a shooter, the clout you get from being out there sliding, the clout you get from being a gang member. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna speak on these shits because I come from this type of shit. I come from the trenches. I come from gang affiliation. I come from the gang culture. I come from all that shit. So when I speak on a lot of this shit, I speak with a little bit more passion because, nigga, I come from this shit. When I go outside, I still see some of my niggas really living this shit still full time. They still outside full time. You see what I'm saying? And when you wake up and start seeing somebody do shit differently, because when you do shit differently and you get away from a lot of stuff and you start seeing people still doing all the stuff that you was partaking in too, you start to notice like, damn, I really was asleep because all that shit I was doing was stupid as fuck. You see what I'm saying? And when you young, you gonna be asleep for a long time before you wake up. And then, so we can't always, down the young generation about what's going on because they being misled into the situation. Even if they comprehend the fact that they are or not, they still being misled into the situation because, as an adolescent, you know what I'm saying, you grow up to be influenced by other people. You grow up sometimes to follow what you influenced by. And influence runs deep in today's society because of the digital world. The Facebooks, the IGs, the Snapchats, TikToks, Twitters. You see what I'm saying? So when I know I can get on social media or somebody can get on social media, pull a glizzy out with the switch on, it got a 30 hanging out that bitch, and you do this shit every day and this shit start making you go viral because you do it so much. Now you caught up in the life that you're gonna have to live because there's people watching that video like, yeah, when I catch this nigga. You see what I'm saying? And all this shit is affected by all this shit that's going on. Look at D-Thing. Look at K-Fly. They got certain images. They attached to gangs. They gang members. They outside for real. They attached to shit that got to be going on. They got to stand on business. And in return, even though you got this lane that you could take to get you up out the street, motherfuckers is still staying their ass outside because it's this slogan going around, ain't nobody bigger than the program. Nigga, fuck the program if that shit gonna hold you back from succeed, man. And that's what a lot of niggas ain't got the balls to do. Is say fuck the niggas that think that you need to stay stuck in this shit when you finally created an atmosphere to get yourself up out this shit, which could possibly lead to getting them up out the shit too. You see what I'm saying? So if they feel like, nigga, you soft now, or you ain't doing this, you don't come around no more, nigga, you ain't supposed to. You are fucking successful now. And them two little niggas was successful. You see what I'm saying? Now you got to deal with some shit like this. We already, Young Thug, Gunna, the whole YSL situation and YFN situation is sprinkled across the social media. It's been viral for the last 2 weeks. Then we get down to shit like this. This all the way up on the East Coast. You see what I'm saying? And this YSL shit ain't done yet because it's finna be a lot of other people about to get swooped up about this shit. A lot of people about to get swooped up about this shit. I know y'all see Gunna. I know y'all see Thugga. I know y'all see Yak Gotti. I know y'all see all these niggas behind them. But don't forget, Sex, Money, Murder come from New York. That's a New York politic. That's a New York rooted gang. Yeah. In the US, on the East Coast side, from the north to the south on the eastern seaboard side of the US, it's ran by East Coast Bloods. Now you got Georgia caught up in some shit they got going on with some of their celebrities and a whole bunch of his niggas, which ties back to Sex, Money, and Murder. You see what I'm saying? Because the affiliation. And that affiliation alone, you think they just gonna want to knock Thugga down, knock Yak Gotti down, knock Gunna down, knock the Atlanta? They gonna want to go to New York and knock some of that shit down too. Because evidently in the paperwork they see where it's New York motherfuckers making calls, calling shots. This nigga the millionaire, but you got people all the way up the line that's still calling shots. And I can guarantee you these niggas ain't got more money than Thugga. I can guarantee you they don't have more money than Thugga. But once again, that motto, nobody's bigger than the program. When niggas gonna quit being followers and finally stick their chests out and stand on something for real except for the bullshit? Because niggas will go outside and stand on some bullshit in a heartbeat. But shit that count, niggas ain't standing on that. What about you being a fucking man? You done made it out. You paying. You done brought a lot of people up out of poverty. You paying them. They living better now. You created a job atmosphere for a lot of friends and family. You didn't turn into you went from a street nigga to turning into an employer. You employ people. And they don't live average when you employ them. So this shit is important. You can't go outside and crash this whole machine because of an image you trying to, man, fuck that image. That's the same image that got us sent to jail. That's the same fucking image that be having us losing our freedom. When we lose our freedom, we losing our families, our wives if we got them, girlfriends. The kids go with the baby mama, so you lose your baby mama, you damn it. There's distance between that. It's a lot of shit come with this street shit, and a lot of niggas love this shit, and the hustle don't love no fucking body. The hustle don't love no fucking body, but we love all the stupid shit, my nigga. You got niggas outside ready to dive into bullshit, possibly die, get smoked, shoot a nigga, go to jail, all of that, but you could have been sitting up with your kid, giving your kids some quality father-daughter, father-son time. You see what I'm saying? You see how so unproportionate our time is given out to we give more of it to the bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Our time be more dedicated to the bullshit. And this is a fact. You see what I'm saying? See what's going on. I bet you D-Thing starting to feel like that now when they come snatch you up and your ass sitting in jail and you got to sit there. You ain't smoking blunts all motherfucking day. The bottle ain't available all motherfucking day. The hoes ain't available all day. You ain't got the motherfucking platinum chain on your neck no more. Ain't no motherfucking Cartier watches on no more. You see what I'm saying? You start thinking about what you just gave up for some shit that don't be worth nothing, because you're going to lose all your homeboys. You get 20 in the feds or in the state. Year by year, you're going to start losing friends. Ask me how I fucking know. Nigga, I done been to jail plenty of times. I did juvenile life. Wasn't out a whole year before I ended up catching another case and going to prison. Getting out only to catch another case with a record deal on the table while I'm cased up finna turn it in and do my time. I wouldn't even be doing this shit right now if I wouldn't jeopardize what I had on the table for some shit that I was worried about outside. Nigga, fuck outside. I'm here to tell you, nigga, fuck outside. Little niggas need to start looking forward. If the OG niggas ain't telling you, that's why niggas ain't looking up to the OGs, man. For one, a lot of them niggas broke. For two, a lot of them niggas ain't kicking no knowledge, nigga. If you just outside building young monsters, nigga, you unhealthy to the community, my nigga. You not helping us build. You hurting the village. All the real shit. And this is real talk, man. Now they finna tear New York up. Look at all these niggas just got swooped up. New York on fire too. Niggas been getting smoked left and right. Whether they Crips, whether they Bloods, whether they whatever the fuck they are claiming, whatever they members of. The East Coast on fire too. This shit ain't just Georgia. Midwest on fire, down south on fire, West Coast on fire, the Bay on fire. Nigga, shit going on everywhere. It's motion going on everywhere in these streets, man. When you tie that shit to this hip hop shit, man, you got one ball of a demon that's so hard to deactivate, nigga. You see what I'm saying? It's either this. We either seeing people die that got so much potential in the rap game, or we seeing them trade that shit in for jail. You see what I'm saying? That's what this shit can turn to. I remember growing up watching rap music, man, and I couldn't wait till Rap City came on. Yo MTV Raps. All the shit that counted when it came to hip hop, because I got to see my favorite rappers, my favorite videos, and I'm sitting in the living room trying to mimic these niggas. That's how much this shit influenced kids. So at that time, when I was growing up off that shit, it wasn't as misleading as it is today. So now look how much misleading it is today. And this is the music that the kids love. So understand why they so tuned in to violence, nigga. This all they being fed all day. They wake up, they put their earbuds in, start listening to this music, and all it is kill, kill, kill. Drill, drill, drill. Nigga shoot at you, slide. Stand on business. Go, nigga, and in return, we got more motherfuckers going to jail than graduate. When it comes to black men, this shit is real. Then you go back down to Georgia and look at Gunna and Young Thug. They bonds getting denied every time you turn around. But Thugga actually has another chance at getting the bond come June, which is in a week and a half. So he actually has another chance. But if they deny Gunna after Gunna then already agreed to let them monitor his phone calls, why he do house arrest at the same time, and all these other things, give up $750,000, like all these things he was willing to give up and compromise to get his freedom, and they still struck him on the bond. You see what I'm saying? So who's to say Thugga gonna get a bond? And you the head. This nigga ain't the head, and he got denied. Thugga is the head. So don't think Thugga might get denied again too. When they saying y'all niggas responsible for murders, that alone will keep you from getting a bond because of the power you hold. You can get out on bond and just start wiping niggas out until you just walk away from the case. They think like that. So hell yeah, they might not let you out on no bond. So you know what I'm saying? This shit is deeper than rap, man. And it's deeper than YFN Lucci. The shit with YFN and YSL is, don't get me fucking wrong, this shit is super deep. But it's deeper than that though, because you got that going on. This shit ain't gonna stop in prison. You see what I'm saying? You can take the street niggas to jail. It doesn't stop the situations. Niggas go to jail and shit keep going on. They side in there, your side in there, and it's gonna keep going on. You see what I'm saying? On top of YFN Lucci affiliated to a West Coast gang, Inglewood family. YSL, sex, money, murder. Guns up. You see what I'm saying? These is two cables plugged into two different sockets. And right now, all they fucking with is the people at the top. Majority. They finna start knocking down the people in the streets that's at the top. The niggas in these gangs that's at the top, that's calling these shots. They finna start going state to state trying to deactivate these lines of gangs that go all the way back to these two separate coasts. They gonna try to take apart the whole entire robot. The whole fucking machine. And that's what this is right here. They ain't removing Thugga lawyer, denying Gunna, keeping Thugga secluded. They ain't doing all these things, bruh, because they just want to prove a point. They doing these things because they are forced by the public and by the system to put some pressure on these folks because they done got away with so much motherfucking shit that it make the system look fucked up. So they gotta pay for this. That's how serious this shit is. I don't think people look at it like that. They just like, oh, these niggas got money and they can be the lot. Man, when you become the example, they gonna treat you just as that. When you become the example, they gonna treat you just as that. And Thugga right now and Gunna, them niggas is the examples. And everything else that come with it. Look how many ties to people they got. Gunna's a rolling 60. Which leads back to the West Coast. You see what I'm saying? So now he behind there. They already know he is 60. They know what 60's out there. You see the politics to this shit. You see how further this shit go. So much that y'all look over a lot of shit because you gotta have a magnifying glass to see a lot of the other shit that's really going on with this shit. This shit bigger than rap. Then you got Thugga going a whole nother direction from one of the most powerfulest most dangerous, most territorial taking over gangs from the East Coast, just going down the eastern seaboard, just turning everything green. You see what I'm saying? To the point where you got millionaires in this shit. Sex, Money, and Murder don't just got Young Thug. Nigga. Young boy, Sex, Money, Murder. Everybody in his team waving the green flag. What the fuck you think they is? Look at all the green flags in Atlanta. Nigga, you go to the Carolinas, not North Carolina, South, both of them. You go to your states and all up and down that right there, all the way down to Florida. All the way down to Florida. Sex, Money, Murder. So you don't stop a disease by putting a Band-Aid on it, if you get what I'm saying. Thugga and Gunna, they done created a lot of chaos, a lot of havoc, and a little bit of everything. But if for y'all to think that it ends with them, nigga, didn't you just hear me say you can't put a Band-Aid on a disease, nigga? That's what the fuck that would be like if they was just looking at them like they was the main everything and we just worried about them. If they were just worried about them, why they come swoop 28, 29, almost 30 motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? They ain't trying to put no Band-Aid on no disease, nigga. They trying to shoot a vaccine in that motherfucker. Meaning they trying to deactivate both sockets. This shit leading all the way back to Cali. This shit leading all the way back to New York. On down to Florida. You see what I'm saying? Because that shit run deep, man. Like deep. A lot of people, you don't know about gangs and you don't know what's going on with the gangs and shit like that, man. Just understand. Before the world got to see bitch ass 6ix9ine yell out Treyway, 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 we never really heard Jim Jones yell that like that back in the day with Dipset. We knew he was a blood, but the popularity in the industry of the 9 Trey Bloods wasn't as big. Nigga, this Sex, Money, Murder shit is like urban legend because we've been knowing about this shit since Pistol P. This shit been pushed on documentaries. It's been pushed on rapper DVDs, all this shit. It's really a street thing. It's really some shit that's out there taking over. It's really spreading like COVID. This shit different, man. I don't think y'all understand the monster that is. Them niggas really tearing shit up. They wreaking havoc. It's different. You see what I'm saying? And you can say that about all the other gangs that's affiliated with all this shit. Then look at all the rappers that's in gangs that's tied to that fuck with Thugga, that fuck with Gunna, then these niggas all fuck with each other. Everybody, we all know if the people watching you and you constantly around all these motherfuckers, you see what I'm saying? They're gonna eventually start watching them too. So don't think they just watching Gunna and Thugga and the niggas they swoop. They finna watch all the niggas they got tied. Every one of them 30 niggas got ties too. They finna watch all of them too. Then secondly, who at the top of this gang shit? Because it ain't Thugga. He didn't start Sex, Money, Murder. They ain't that dumb to even believe that. You see what I'm saying? So that mean that shit finna lead up the tree. They finna climb the tree with this shit. It's different, man. Niggas done died. Motherfuckers been getting killed. Niggas was ordering hits. Niggas trying to get niggas killed in jail. Niggas some dope. Niggas is gang banging. Niggas is talking about it in their raps. Even though that shit shouldn't be usable in court, but this is all the reckless bullshit that we do to fuck us over. We personally fuck ourselves. Then niggas want to go out there and say Vlad TV snitched on such and such. No, nigga, Vlad ain't telling nobody because all them niggas got the opportunity to say no comment. Well, don't ask me that. Don't ask me this. Nigga, before the camera even cut on, nigga. But you can ask these niggas, man, what was you doing before you was rapping? Well, I was selling bricks and shit. I was getting 5 of them from one of El Chapo. So, like, niggas just be wanting to be stamped as street niggas too fucking bad, but ain't nothing. Being a street nigga is one of the most miserable things in the world. It's so much fake love. And the shit is on a ticker because, nigga, you can ball for 10 summers. But when they come that 11th summer, nigga, they gonna make you pay for them 11 summers that you went. You see what I'm saying? Niggas will forget about that shit when they make money, though, until it crashed down. And that's what we see going on with all these rappers from the East Coast, Midwest, down south to the West Coast. This shit is bread, like it's bread on negativity, not money. Like niggas, they flashing the money, but they don't even care about the money. They care about crashing out. That's fucked up. And speaking on Florida, it's hot. Florida is hot. You got Jacksonville tearing shit up. Broward County is fucked up too. And you got Miami, all divisions of that motherfucker. So much shit going on, cuz the world is on demon time right now. It's not just one place. One place might get more camera than the next, but nigga, you can die anywhere right now at this point. You see what I'm saying? Look what's going on in Jacksonville. You got Queso been locked up for a minute. Queso been locked up for a minute. Now it's Pops flipping. Now it's Pops finna turn state evidence on this nigga or federal. I don't know. I can't if it's state or federal, but the nigga turned his witness on his own son. The smartest shit that nigga dad could have did for him was not participate in none of that shit at all. Therefore, you ain't even put yourself in a position to have to knock your son down like that. You's a whole cold bitch ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? Your son's life is at stake. And out of the few options you had, you chose to help them kick them down the hole. You's a whole bitch ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? And this just goes back to what I was saying about this hustle shit. How we love the streets. This shit don't love no fucking body, bruh. This shit don't love nobody. And that's a prime example of no love. K-Flock and D-Thang beefing. For y'all to be cousins, nigga. For y'all to be cousins, nigga. And y'all damn near look alike. So that to me, that insinuates, nigga, y'all moms and sisters. They gotta be. And y'all out here beefing like, man, you see what I'm saying? This shit don't love nobody, bro. And I bet you Queso, as much as he was proud about being a demon and all the shit he was going in, going through, you know what I'm saying? And being a rapper and running around with Young and Ace and ATK and them and the problems they had with Julio and their team. And, his body's dropping in that shit too. And it's a lot of heat on both sides. It's heat on Julio on his side. It's heat on Young and Ace side because they know these niggas is the heads of this shit. And it's been bodies dropping over this shit. You see what I'm saying? And now you got Queso being from Young and Ace side, being in jail and then having to go through this shit with his own people. His own pops, you know what I'm saying? And while you going through that, you got to deal with the fact that your ops taunting you like a motherfucker because your freedom gone and you probably going up the road and all this extra shit. Like there's no sympathy in this war shit. You see what I'm saying? So now you got to deal with knowing his freedom going down. But, niggas got choices, though, when you want to live reckless. And this is how niggas pay for living reckless, man. The game will show you in 2 blinks of an eye, man, that it really didn't give a fuck about you the whole time. Because you're going to lose your bitch. You're going to lose your niggas, man. You're going to lose family because they going to disconnect on you too after a while. All it might be a phone call. You know what I'm saying? If you close, maybe some visits. You know what I'm saying? But the 95% of what you was intact, what you was in tune with, and the people that was around, they gonna be gone, bro, when you go to jail, man. You trade all that in when you go to jail. All of it. It's gonna be free my nigga this, free my nigga that, maybe for a couple years from a pack of niggas, but that shit fall off too. 10 years go by, them niggas probably ain't even outside game making no more. They probably got jobs and they ain't yelling, you see what I'm saying? Shit changed. This shit don't love nobody, bro. Just think, all the bullshit we just talked about. You see what I'm saying? Nothing but negative shit. Nothing but negative shit. And to make it even fucking worse, this is why I ain't talk about this shit at the beginning, because this shit really been doing something to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm only a few hours away from Buffalo. I'm only 40 minutes away from Cleveland. You see what I'm saying? So that shit is close. That shit is, you know, Buffalo was close. Then turn around to Cleveland, that was close. This shit getting out of hand. Then turn around, you got Texas. And a couple days ago, it was California. We talking about mass shootings in 4 different cities, man. If that's not planned, I don't know what's planned. Yeah, we can blog about it, talk about it, but how much do you really give a fuck about it? I give a fuck about it because I got kids. And they go to school. You see what I'm saying? Amongst other things, you know what I'm saying? Kids supposed to be safe playing at the park, playing at the basketball court, playing outside, period. And they not, man. We got so much shit going on. School shootings. We not protecting the fucking kids. I'm just saying, how do a motherfucking gunman just wiggle his way into the school? Because I know at some point when I was young, once that bell ding and school is actually in session, the fucking doors was locked. You couldn't just walk up to the door and unlock the door. You see what I'm saying? Granted, every situation wasn't a school shooting, but they was mass shootings. And that's the whole thing I'm trying to be specific about. Because that's 4 back to back to back to back to back. Lord, please let it not be no other ones. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of shit going on, man. And then you got this, they passing all these gun laws where it's just making it easier for everybody to obtain a gun. The world already angry. The last thing you need is everybody with a fucking gun when 90% of the world is angry. Nigga, you seeing truck drivers getting into shootouts on the freeway. You seeing random people shoot at each other at the gas station. You seeing people in traffic shoot at each other over road rage. You seeing people just bring guns out now for the most unnecessary issues in the world, because now that they have these guns, they feel entitled to be able to use them on a motherfucker when they violate. Don't think the government didn't know that shit. They know that too. They ain't give a fuck. You see what I'm saying? Because in return, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers gonna die behind this shit. And it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers go to jail behind this shit. Win-win for the system. Lose-lose for us. Because we out this bitch losing. We losing life, we losing freedom, we losing finances, we losing stability for the future. We losing sight of what we supposed to prioritize for our kids to succeed in the future. Nigga, the future is getting hard. We grown already. We maintained and got to this. We gonna maintain through the rest of this shit till we leave. But for our kids, they don't know how to fight this demon that's coming, that they growing up in the world they growing up into is turning into a demon that we not teaching them how to be able to adapt to. You see what I'm saying? And we only feel this shit when we see this type of shit going on. When we shouldn't. We should be worried about our kids every motherfucking day. Fuck that broad, bitch, fuck that nigga, and all that extra shit. Our kids are everything to the future, man. They gonna be everything. So a motherfucker that even decides to go on a school premises or an event and shoot at innocent people and civilians, and man, they deserve maximum punishment and maximum aggression. Because nigga, the law should be, if you see somebody even finna commit a crime like that, you should be able to harm them. You see what I'm saying? Whether they coming for you or not. You could just be across the street, look up, and you see a motherfucker with AR-15 finna walk into the school. You should be able to intercept that and knock him down and not get in trouble because you saving a building full of kids or an event full of civilians that's innocent. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit going on, man. So condolences to Cali, Texas, Buffalo, Cleveland, and anywhere else where a lot of bullshit been happening, because this shit that be happening that don't get televised. We got a lot of kids been losing their life these past few months, man. Whether it be the random shootings, just a lot of shit, man. Look at Wavy Navy's pool. His kids was in the car and his car got shot up over 80 times. Niggas is not giving a fuck, bruh. Then we gotta worry about the white people doing shit like this. Just going anywhere. You shooting at the most innocent life on earth. You shooting at kids, nigga. It's fuck shit, man. And I can't even dwell on this situation for too long because it gets to me, you know what I'm saying? Because this shit is out of pocket. And them actions influence somebody else to want to go do the same thing. And that's why it's sickening, you know what I'm saying? Because this ain't something that people look at. We gonna look at it and we gonna be hurt. But there's some people outside, there's some people in the world that's looking at that shit and that's encouraging them to want to go do the same bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Just think about some of this shit I've been saying, man, because look at the state of hip hop. Look at the state of us. Look at the state of the world, nigga. Niggas gotta wake up at some point, man. I'm a street nigga too, but one thing I do when I wake up, I don't just wake up. When I wake up, I feel blessed. When I wake up, I also wake up. When I wake up, I wake up. I'm woke to society. I'm woke to the shit that's going on. So I'm not outside oblivious to the shit that's going on. I'm not letting people pull wool over my eyes, especially the system. We all need to get like that. As a whole, our race ain't gonna be stronger until we do. Any race for that fact, because when we talk about government and how they trying to place us in society, it really ain't got shit to do with color. It got to do with money, rich and poor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, man. It's time for that Culture for the Streets podcast.